The story of the Mongols Motorcycle Club begins in the late 1960s, a time of significant social change in the United States. The location was Montebello, California, a city in the Los Angeles area. This was not a random occurrence. It grew out of a specific social environment. A group of Hispanic Vietnam War veterans felt excluded from the mainstream motorcycle club scene. They sought a sense of brotherhood and identity that they felt was denied to them elsewhere. This desire for a place of their own became the driving force behind the club's creation. The founders were men who had served their country but returned to a society that did not fully accept them. They were skilled riders and enthusiasts of American-made motorcycles, particularly Harley-Davidsons. However, they encountered barriers when trying to join established clubs, such as the Hells Angels. The name Mongols was chosen deliberately, a reference to the powerful empire of Genghis Khan, signaling their intention to be a formidable and independent force. The initial group was small, consisting of just 15 members. They were united by their shared military background, their Hispanic heritage, and a deep-seated passion for motorcycle culture. They established a clear identity from the start. Their patch, or insignia, featured a depiction of a Mongol warrior riding a motorcycle. This image was a powerful symbol. It represented their perception of themselves as outsiders, warriors, and conquerors in a world that had tried to marginalize them. The club was a declaration of defiance and self-determination, carved out of the asphalt of Southern California. The early days were about establishing this identity and creating a space where their values could flourish. The club's formation can be seen as a direct response to the social dynamics of the era. The late 1960s were a period of counterculture movements, but also a time of significant racial tension. For these veterans, the motorcycle club was more than just a hobby. It was a support system, a family, and a way to reclaim a sense of power and respect. They built their own world with its own rules and hierarchy. This foundation, built on a sense of exclusion and a desire for belonging, has shaped the club's character throughout its history. It explains the intense loyalty among members and their often adversarial stance towards other groups and law enforcement. At the heart of the Mongols Motorcycle Club is a profound emphasis on brotherhood. This is the central pillar upon which the entire organization is built. Members often refer to each other as brothers, and this bond is considered paramount, often taking precedence over other relationships. This loyalty is fostered through shared experiences, long rides, and a mutual commitment to the club's codes and traditions. To become a member, an individual must go through a lengthy and demanding prospecting period. This process is designed to test their dedication, resilience, and compatibility with the club's values. Only those who prove their unwavering commitment are granted the full patch and accepted into the brotherhood. The activities of the club are multifaceted. On one level, they are deeply involved in the classic motorcycle culture. This includes organizing and participating in long-distance rides, motorcycle rallies, and charity events, such as toy drives for children. Members share a passion for customizing and maintaining their bikes, which are almost exclusively American-made cruisers. These activities reinforce the bonds between members and present a public-facing image of a community of enthusiasts. However, law enforcement agencies have consistently alleged that the club's activities extend into criminal enterprises. The U.S. Department of Justice has classified the Mongols as an outlaw motorcycle gang, or a one-percenter club. This term originates from a statement that 99% of motorcyclists are law-abiding citizens, implying the remaining 1% are not. Authorities have linked members of the club to a range of illegal activities over the years. These allegations have included drug trafficking, extortion, assault, and murder. The club itself publicly denies that it is a criminal organization, stating that the illegal actions of individual members should not define the entire group. This duality is central to understanding the Mongols. They operate with a strict internal code of conduct and a defined organizational structure, much like a fraternity or a military unit. There is a hierarchy with national, regional, and local chapter officers. Rules govern everything from conduct at meetings to behavior while wearing the club's patch. The patch itself is considered sacred property of the club, not the individual member. This structured environment provides a sense of order and purpose for its members, while also, according to law enforcement, facilitating a network for illicit activities. The very principles of loyalty and secrecy that strengthen the brotherhood can also serve to protect members from outside scrutiny. The history of the Mongols Motorcycle Club is marked by significant and often violent conflict. One of the most defining events occurred in 2002 at Harrah's Casino in Laughlin, Nevada. A confrontation between members of the Mongols and their long-standing rivals, the Hells Angels, erupted into a deadly brawl on the casino floor. The clash, which was captured on security cameras, resulted in the deaths of 3 motorcyclists, 2 Hells Angels and 1 Mongol. The Laughlin River Run Riot brought intense media attention and a severe law enforcement response. It cemented the public perception of both clubs as dangerous and violent organizations, and it intensified the animosity between them. The club has also been the target of major undercover operations by federal law enforcement. One of the most notable was Operation Black Rain, which concluded in 2008. In this multi-year investigation, agents from the Bureau of Alcohol, Tobacco, Firearms and Explosives, or ATF, infiltrated the club. 4 undercover agents managed to become full patch members, gathering extensive evidence from within the organization: racketeering, murder, and drug trafficking. This was a significant blow to the club, leading to numerous convictions and a government attempt to seize control of the club's trademarked patch. The legal battle over the Mongols' insignia became a landmark case. Following Operation Black Rain, the U.S. government sought to use racketeering laws to force the club to forfeit its trademarked logo. The club fought this action vigorously, arguing that it was a violation of their First Amendment rights to freedom of speech and association. They contended that the government could not ban a symbol, even if some individuals associated with that symbol had committed crimes. This legal fight would continue for over a decade, with the Mongols being able to keep their patch. These high-profile events are just a few examples of the club's turbulent history. There have been numerous other confrontations with rival clubs and repeated clashes with law enforcement across the country. This history of conflict has shaped the club's posture. It has fostered a deep-seated mistrust of authority and a culture of defiance. For the members, these struggles are often seen as a fight for survival against a system that seeks to destroy their way of life. For law enforcement, the Mongols remain a significant public safety concern, an organization they view as inherently criminal and a source of organized violence.